The holidays are about spending time with your loved ones and creating magical memories that will last a lifetime. So whether it's family and friends you haven't seen in a while, or those who you see all the time, share holiday magic this season with an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Copyright 2024, The Coca-Cola Company.
The holidays aren't about where you're going. They're about the moments you share along the way. Experience the joy of connection at the Lincoln Wish List sales event. Right now, visit your local Lincoln retailer or Lincoln.com to find exclusive holiday offers on current and past Lincoln models. Let's make more connections and more joy this season.
Sunny days sweeping the clouds away. Hey gang, it's our last show of 2024, and it's Sesame Street Trivia. I grew up on this show, as did my kids. It's been around for a long time. If you're listening to the show while getting ready for Christmas or winding down from the day, I hope it was a good one. I know for some people the holidays can be rife with emotions both good and bad. Just know that whatever is going on, we're all in this together. You are all one great big Christmas present to me. I appreciate you listening every week. So, get some eggnog, sharpen up your ABCs, because I'm Brian Rollins. This is episode 309 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast, and it's time to learn. The Dorky Round. Number 1. What ill-tempered character lives in a trash can on Sesame Street? Oscar the Grouch. Number 2. Initially, what network aired Sesame Street? PBS. Number 3. From 1970 to 1998, which Muppet veteran voiced Grover? Frank Oz. Number 4. What red 3.5-year-old Muppet debuted on the show in 1984? Elmo. Number 5. Sesame Street is located in what U.S. city? New York City. Number 6. What purple vampire is obsessed with numbers? The Count. Number 7. What pair of Muppet characters live together and have opposite directionally striped shirts? Bert and Ernie. Number 8. Which Muppet character on Sesame Street is 8 foot 2 inches tall? Big Bird. Number 9. Who voiced Ernie and Kermit the Frog until his death in 1990? Jim Henson. Number 10. What actor appeared on Sesame Street twice to show how he could live independently despite being quadriplegic? Christopher Reeve. The Geeky Round. Number 1. With over 1,000 episodes under their belt, which late actor has the most credits on Sesame Street? Carol Spinney. Number 2. Following the passing of the actor who played him, which character died on the show? Mr. Hooper. A special episode was created to help kids learn about death, grief, and how to process those emotions. Number 3. Which character and friend of Big Bird went from imaginary to real? Mr. Snuffleupagus. Number 4. What is the title song used in every episode of the series? Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Number 5. Though still running on PBS, starting in 2016, first-run episodes of Sesame Street moved to what cable network? HBO. It was then moved to the Max streaming service in 2020. Number 6. Debuting in 2015, what Muppet character was created to show kids with autism? Julia. Number 7. Released in 1985, what was the first theatrically released Sesame Street movie? Follow That Bird. Number 8. What couple owned and operated the Fix-It Shop? Luis and Maria Rodriguez. Number 9. Appearing from 1970 to 2002, who was the longest-running deaf character on American television? Linda. Played by Linda Bove, she introduced kids to ASL. Number 10. In 2002, the South African version of the show, Takalani Sesame, introduced a Muppet with what disease? HIV. The Nerdy Round. Number 1. What is the name of Big Bird's teddy bear? Radar. He's named after the character on MASH, who also had a teddy bear. Number 2. In what year did Sesame Street begin? It began way back in 1969 and is still going. Number 3. What state banned the show in 1970? Mississippi. They objected to the highly integrated cast. Commercial broadcasters volunteered to air the show, and 22 days later, the ban was lifted. Number 4. First published in 1971 and still in print, Grover stars in what children's book? The monster at the end of this book. Number 5. Now known as Sesame Workshop, what group originally produced Sesame Street? The Children's Television Workshop. Number 6. The street signs for Sesame Street used to have CTW above it. What's there now? The numbers 1, 2, 3. Number 7. What country singer and songwriter sang his song Nasty Dan alongside Oscar the Grouch? Johnny Cash. Number 8. The production team won the 1983 Emmy for Outstanding Children's Program for what international special? Big Bird in China. Number 9. Cookie Monster's cookies are actually what healthy snack? Rice crackers. They're then painted to look like cookies. Number 10. The 2002 special Fire at Hooper's Store was written to help kids process the trauma from what event? The September 11th attacks. And we're back from Sesame Street Trivia. It doesn't matter how you did, just as long as you're learning, right? That's it for 2024 episodes. Next week's episode is on New Year's Day, so we'll ring in 2025 with something upbeat and positive. Here's your clue. What TV series gave us the lovely phrase, "Holy mother forking shirt balls"? I hope to see you back here next week and next year. This was episode 309 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. If you'd like to help support the show, become a patron at patreon.com/dorkygeekynerdy. This podcast was written, produced, and hosted by me, Brian Rollins. If you love audiobooks or are looking to have your book turned into an audiobook, check out thevoicesinmyhead.com. This show was released under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial No Derivatives 4.0 International License. Thanks for listening. Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Immortality isn't just about living forever. Sometimes it's about forever refusing to let things die. For his 15th birthday, David Rose wishes for things to go back to the way they were. He wants the nightmares to end, the bullies to leave, and the claustrophobic memories of his near drowning to disappear. Not to mention his surreal encounter with a mythical creature. He stands with his little sister Rachel in front of their mother's grave and pledges to seek the truth about what really happened on that terrible evening a year ago. But this quest for truth threatens to unleash a sinister plot centuries in the making. David must awaken in time to the incredible truth, to his newfound powers, and to the realization that to protect his family and survive in a world he's always known, he must come to grips with the dark secrets of a world he never knew existed. Evolved Publishing presents an extraordinary adventure through time, an epic tale of hesitant heroism, and the timeless battle between good and evil, in the first book in the David Rose series of young adult fantasies. The Awakening of David Rose, written by Daryl Rothman and narrated by Brian Rollins. Available now on Audible, iTunes, Spotify, and more.